Hi everyone, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and this is your weekly reading. So this is a reading where we focus all around the weekly energies and the weekly angelic messages for how to best get through the week. So we're going to be talking about how to best navigate the week, what we need to know about this energy, and how we can make the most of it. So we're going to be diving into that. We are still in the heart of Mercury retrograde. So I don't want to go too far back with that because I've covered that in my last two videos. So make sure you check out the past two weekly videos for a deeper dive into what Mercury retrograde means for us. But essentially it is stirring stuff up, making us aware of the things that we need to be aware of. And I feel like this is a week where we start to understand why, whether it's over the course of, just this Mercury retrograde period, or I feel like in a lot of ways, there's a lot of looking back. We're looking back on a lot of things and starting to maybe see things from new perspectives, starting to maybe see things from a bigger picture perspective. Hi, Chris. Nice to see you on here. So we're starting to take a look at the bigger picture here and maybe start to understand why certain things that maybe didn't go the way that we wanted them to, maybe why that happened. We're starting to understand that. We might not fully understand that, but I think there are things that are starting to kind of break through. There are indications that maybe the things that we thought were best for us, that were cleared out of our lives, maybe we're starting to understand the reasons why, I guess is what I'm trying to say. We're starting to have clarity on some things. We're starting to understand why certain things did happen the way that they did, why maybe we have been guided to make the decisions that we've made. Some of us have been kind of making blind decisions based on blind faith, right? And so I feel like we're starting to be able to see beyond why we felt drawn to move in particular directions and things like that. So if you're not feeling really clear on things, I do think, like, we're still in Mercury retrograde, so it may feel kind of cloudy still, but I feel like we're getting like breakthrough clarity is what I want to call it. So follow the flow of that. Let that kind of unfold and let it show you and let it help you to understand what's going on here with this. And I do also feel like we still need to be in this energy of trying to detach from outcomes, right? Trying to trust the flow. I was talking last week about, do you want to swim against the current or do you want to be in the lazy river? And you have a choice here in terms of how you want to approach this energy that we have going on. And if we allow the energy to just carry us, it is going to take us to where we are supposed to go. And we're going to start along the way to understand some of the whys as to like why things are moving in that direction. I also feel like we're going to be, so on the 22nd, we officially shift into Libra season. This is also the autumn equinox, right? And I feel like as we move into this Libra energy that we're going to find ourselves really wanting to do an assessment of a balance assessment, essentially, of our lives, right? So what in our lives is out of balance? What's in balance? Where do we need to bring certain things into a balance? And when I talk about balance, that's something that, in my opinion, is incredibly subjective, right? And we all have a different balance that works for us. So it's about doing an assessment of what needs to come into balance, but what the ideal balance looks like for you, right? So, for example, some people do better when they are putting more time and energy into their work. Some people are incredibly drained by that, so whatever areas of your life that need to, think about in the different areas of your life where there needs to be more of some things and where there needs to be less of some things, and trying to bring that together so that you know the changes that you need to make moving forward. I think that we're starting to we're preparing to really focus on bringing ourselves into balance. And there's been a lot of healing that's been happening, and there's still more healing to come. There's still more shadow work left to do. We're still in this place of doing that. But I also think that we're going to start to see some of the rewards of the work that we've been doing on ourselves, if we have been doing the work on ourselves, right? If you haven't been, sometimes these energies can be pretty brutal. I also want to talk about, and I'm curious if other people are experiencing this, but there are some really major energetic shifts that have been happening, and I also feel like are coming up this week with some more energy shifts where we're just like entering through like these energy portals. I don't know how to explain it, except for like, I know that there are nights that I go to bed that I wake up different, that I wake up healed in some ways, that I wake up higher vibrational in some ways. I can feel all of these things happening for me. And I don't think that this is just me. I think that there's a lot of opportunity for healing and growth and for us to receive miracles right now, whether those are small miracles, whether those are big miracles. And so I think that it's important that we're kind of taking that time out to just like look for the miracles as well, to notice the miracles, because sometimes when the miracles are small, we don't acknowledge them or we don't hold gratitude for them. And I think that it is important that we are doing that as well. So and kind of noticing that coming through, but also just like trusting, right? This time requires so much trust in your higher power to understand that if we allow it, thinking about that lazy river again, it's going to carry us to exactly the places that we're meant to be. So I think that that's really important. Let's take a look at our cards. So we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. This is when I pulled this card, the first thing that I felt like was us assessing how far we have come. Okay, so with all of these retrogrades, I see us doing a lot of looking back and acknowledging how far we've come. Now, do we still have work to do? Do we still want to continue to grow and move in certain directions? Absolutely. I think that that's always the case, or always should be the case, right? But taking a look back and assessing how far we've come and how we've grown and the things that we've done, and also assessing where there's still room for growth, what it is that we need to do, or what it is that we are creating within our experience now as well. We have this 10 of Pentacles showing up in reverse, right? So this is us asking the question of, what is it that I now need in my life that's going to help it to feel more stable, that's going to allow me to feel more peaceful, that's going to allow me to feel more supported? Where do I need to maybe create more balance in my life? Where do I need to create more, take steps in order to create more stability in my life? What's going to make me happy? What's going to help me to feel most free? The next card that we have here, these two to me are very similar energies. We have the 10 of Cups in reverse, right? So this is an assessment of the relationships in our life specifically. So what am I looking for at this point in my life moving forward in regard to the relationships in my life? What do I want to call into my experience? What needs to be different? Where do I need to make changes within myself? Where do I need to hold higher standards? Where do I need to set boundaries? All of these things that we are exploring is really, really important. And I think that we're going to be making some changes. I also pulled the release card, right? So I think that there is going to be a focus on release right now. And specifically, I'm very drawn to the word freedom here on this card, right? And it says freedom and breaking out of that which limits you. So freedom and breaking out of that which limits you. What is limiting you? What is preventing you from having your 10 of Cups, having your 10 of Pentacles? And what do you need to do about it? Because we can't change other people, but we can work on ourselves, right? And we can create change that can create a domino effect within our lives. And that may sometimes require us also to release certain people, places, and things from our lives in order to allow for that. But also, when we start to make changes, the people around us will start to make changes as well, or they will respond to those changes. Sometimes that means they will, disconnect because it doesn't work for them. But sometimes it also means that it's going to spark and inspire positive changes within themselves as well. We also have this 2 of Wands, right? So I think that it's showing up in reverse. So I think that we're still trying to figure out some things. We're still trying to figure out, okay, like what direction do I want to go with this? What direction do I want to go with that? And we're sort of exploring that. But I see us really taking this step back and looking at it from a bigger picture perspective and plugging in this new information that we've been connecting with recently that is going to help us to figure out how it is that we want to move forward. We may also be kind of waiting a little bit, right? Maybe we're waiting till Mercury retrograde is over on October 3rd. Maybe we are just kind of hanging back and making sure that we're making the best possible decision for ourselves. Maybe we are kind of waiting on something else to show us what is going to be the best path. But I definitely don't see us rushing into any decisions. It's okay to take your time. And unless something really aligns and you know it to the depths of your soul and you know that it's okay for you to move in that direction, I would just take your time. And when you know, you know. We also have the Tower card in reverse. This is saying to me that we are processing those Tower moments from the past, okay? Those circumstances in our life where we thought that our life was going one direction and then suddenly everything changed. Maybe something happened and it changed. Maybe something within ourselves changed. Maybe something this can be a really challenging energy, but I feel like we are working through healing it. We're working through looking at it from different perspectives. We're working on understanding why the Tower had to fall in the first place. The next card that we have here is the Four of Cups. Okay, so this is a really important message here because I think that there's a lot of opportunity for us in this energy to get caught up in anxiety. Certainly, like with these energy portals that we're going through and these energy upgrades that we're receiving, that can feel like anxiety. It's just energy. So be careful with that. Of course, some of it's anxiety, I'm sure, but a lot of it's just energy. So ask yourself, is this just energy? Is this energy that I'm experiencing? Sometimes that helps it to settle down, or it gives your brain a way to understand what's happening. But with this Four of Cups, I think there's a lot of opportunity here for us to feel sorry for ourselves or to be upset about why, a tower fell or why something didn't work out the way that we wanted it to. And it's our job to understand that we really need to ultimately trust God with the bigger picture and trust that it's all working out the way that it is supposed to. And if we are so caught up in feeling sorry for ourselves, in being the victim, in staying in low vibrational energy, we're going to miss out. Look at this cup that's coming in. That is a gift from God, right? That is an opportunity, and we will miss it if we are too caught up in ourselves to allow it to come in. So create space, be open, be on that lazy river. Last card that we have here, speaking of that, is the Lover's card. Something coming in that is beautifully aligned just for us. Also with the Lover's card, sometimes this is about a choice as well. So I do feel like there's still that choice energy. I think I talked a couple weeks ago about feeling spoiled for choice and people aren't quite sure what to do. Again, you don't have to make any rush decisions, but really asking yourself, what aligns for me? What do I love, or who do I love? Or what is the kind of person that I want to love? And how do I become the kind of person that I need to be in order to allow the kind of person that I want to love in my life, right? That can be that kind of a process as we are processing all of these things. But I also think that there are beautiful openings for the right person, the right circumstances, the right energies, the right thoughts, whatever it is that we are needing in order for us to level up, in order for us to be successful in different areas in our life. I feel like this is talking about those miracles coming in, helping to support that. I hope that makes sense. I'm kind of rushing through this because I have to go tonight, but thank you guys so much, and I appreciate you all so much. If you guys are anywhere close to upstate New York, anywhere close to Elmira, New York, we are having our Clarity Connects, our 6th Clarity Connects motivational speaking event this weekend. I'm so proud of it. It's changed a lot of lives. It's going to continue to change a lot of lives. It's 8 speakers sharing their heartfelt stories of going from challenge to success, and I'm going to be speaking there as well, and I'm really excited. But we always say it's not really a motivational speaking event, it's really a motivational party. You know, we have a good time, we don't take ourselves too seriously, and it's a really great time. So I'll make sure that I put the link below. If you're watching this on my Facebook, it's like all over my Facebook anyway, but I will put that below in case you want to grab tickets. We would love to see you there. It's a big event. It's going to be really, really fun, and I really feel like it's going to change a lot of lives. We have some incredible speakers, we have some incredible entertainers lined up, and a few surprises as well. All right, take care, guys. I will see you soon. Bye.